Hey everyone, welcome to the Sneaker History Podcast, where we dive into the people, stories, and iconic moments that have helped make sneakers a global phenomenon. If you've ever told someone that you like their kicks, then you're in the right place. Before we lace up this episode, here's a little teaser for you. Stick around to the end of each episode for the last shot question. It's a chance to test your sneaker knowledge and engage with our community. I've also recently started a newsletter to share my knowledge from nearly 2 decades of experience working in the footwear industry. You can find the link to that below or go to sneakerhistory.com/newsletter for a weekly deep dive into the biggest topics in the sneaker business. All right, now that the business is taken care of, grab your favorite pair of kicks and let's get started with the episode.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sneaker History Podcast. Of course, this is your host, Mike, running solo today, but I brought in 2 special guests. If you hadn't seen them on TikTok, if you're into sneakers, I'm sure you probably have. I know you've seen the podcast, listened to the podcast. I got the Soul Brothers here with me, Flexx, Luthor, Morgan Sneaker Room. What's happening, fellas?
What's going on, man? We are happy to be on here for sure.
Perfect, man. Nah, I appreciate you guys hopping on. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty new to TikTok, so probably maybe 2 years, and that you guys are probably the first 2. Like out of seeing 5 probably sneaker people, y'all were the first 2 I saw. And
yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, I kept following ever since. So, and it's hilarious because, I mean, I think you guys talked about this before. I swear to God, I thought you guys hated each other for like the first 10 scrolls. I was like, yo, these 2 are going at it. But then you guys popped up the podcast. I'm like, okay, this was the long game. I see what happened here.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell if I dislike somebody, I'm not interacting with their content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there were times when me and him would go at it, or I was like, yo, does he rock with me or no? Because we will get pretty heated sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Morgan would say some things. I'm like, he's got to be joking, so I'm gonna let it slide.
You
gotta sit back and think about it for a second. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I think he's kidding. He's joking.
I've left some interactions pretty salty before. Like, you know, Flexx put out a video and you know, he maybe found some pictures on my Instagram, and I was like, oh, he didn't have to do that.
Like, dang, you got me on that one. All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though, man. Because it's like, I feel like that's kind of that best friend, that brother interaction where you go back and forth. You can get under each other's skin, but that what makes, I feel like, good, like, natural content. Like, the way you guys play off each other is perfect. You don't see that too often. It's very few and far between you have people who actually genuinely have a chemistry, especially you guys are in the same place, right?
No.
Yeah.
We've never met each other.
Yeah, same with my guys that we do the podcast with. I'm thinking I'm the only one who hasn't met everybody because everyone's on the West Coast and I'm down here in Texas. So I just hadn't had a chance to, but it says a lot that you guys can do that. Again, never met actually in real life, or well, you know what I mean, like physically in person.
Right.
And again, have that kind of connection. So it's dope, man. It's one of those things I like. I know you guys hadn't been on anyone else's podcast as, like you said, unit yet. So I'm not this competition type person when it comes to this. There's enough internet and space for all of us. So I like to give people their flowers and like, hey, y'all are doing a heck of a job. Because you, 40 something episodes in?
Not even.
We drop episode 29 next week.
I was just future telling in.
Hey, yo, no, absolutely. We definitely gonna see 40 episodes. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up, guys. Well, how we like to start the show is we do some little segment called Rockin' and Cop. I know you listeners are familiar with it. You like to join in, but you guys, whoever wants to go first. What you rocking? What's on feed today? And what you copping? Did you buy something recently? Something on the radar that you're looking to pick up from the new releases? Or something, you're reaching back to grab something. What you got?
Morgan looks a little confused, so I'll go first.
Nah.
He's like...
I was looking around making sure I knew where everything was.
So, again, man, I'm in the process of moving, man. These have been... At my door, man. Every time I'm hopping up out of bed, getting out the shower, putting my shoes on and everything.
I love
the
that
Saucony Minted New York Pro Triumph Grid 4.
Clean.
I can't keep them off, man. I can't keep them off.
It's just a good shoe, man. Just overall, like design, color, everything about that is just easy wear, fantastic. Just they hit on the head with that.
So they sent us that. Saucony sent us each that sneaker, and Flexx trying to sell his. So
Dang, he can put you out there like that.
I am not Johnson.
It's gonna be really worn though after you sell it. What he's gonna say? He's like,
Oh my god. I didn't even have no comeback because I wasn't expecting that.
hey, so I feel like I gotta say shout out to the homie Jason on that one because that's the homie.
Man.
That's the homie.
Yeah, we love Jason, man.
Shout out. Yeah, man. Yeah, big fan of Jason and what he does over there at Saucony.
So is it my turn or is it what's he copping?
No,
What's he
I
copping?
haven't.
He ain't finished.
Okay,
Look at him.
Come on, man. Look, see, I can't take him out anywhere. You see, we got company, man. That's crazy. But I just got these in the Blazers. I guess you would say them the waffles.
Okay.
I was a big fan of the Nike Dunk High that we had a couple of years ago. Then I seen we had the Dunk Lows, and then we got the Blazer. I didn't really realize it till recently, but I feel like the Blazer is what got me into sneakers. So I seen my first pair of Blazers in the 6th grade, and they were calling them the Sweet Classic, and I think that was the name of the promo, and not know. So I went years calling the Nike Blazer the Sweet Classic. I'm like, man, I gotta give me some Sweet Classics. I gotta give me some. So I've been in love with silhouette ever since, man. So I got a ton of Blazers, and I was like, you know what, why not? And I got these for a steal on Nike for, I believe, 58 shipped.
Oh, that's easy money. I mean,
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's like a no question. Like buy that, especially if it's one you got into. You got to give them the $50 for it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, why not? Let's get it. I'm just waiting on the Dunk Lows to get a little lower, and I'll grab those as well.
Didn't they come out with 2 versions of that? Like, didn't they just release one not too long ago? Yeah. I feel like I just saw one.
Yeah, that was they released one during All-Star weekend, and it was like a waffle with syrup type of
That's
deal.
what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I passed
that
by
was
it. I'm
a
like,
little-
it's pretty cool. I don't think I ever wear it, but I was like, it's a pretty cool. I like the idea.
Yeah, definitely a better idea than sneaker in practice.
Happens a lot. A lot. Cool. So, all right, Morgan, what you got, man?
So here's what I wore today. I also brought a pair of Sauconys. So I wore the strawberry and vanilla ice cream from the 2 scoops pack.
Yeah.
Flexx doesn't know what these are. Look at Flex's face.
It's messed up.
So this is a G9 Shadow 5. So it's got a Grid 9000 sole and a Shadow 5000 upper. Yeah, so it's one of the really good pair from Saucony. I think they released in like 2015, 2014, something like that.
I was like that first wave. Well, not the first wave, but you know that.
Yeah,
early time we were hot again, like through all the collaborations and stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then something I'm looking at copping. Well, actually, something that I did cop is I've got almost no Air Force Ones in my collection. I think it's one of the most overrated sneakers of all time.
I'm with you.
But, and this is going to go into what we talk about today, I think. But the linen Air Force One, I just copped it. Incredible.
Yeah.
I really wanted the pair when Kith re-released them back in 2016.
Yeah.
But obviously that was very limited. But I think that this is the exact same. It's got the same style code, same model number and all that other stuff. So I think it's the exact same pair. So yeah, I got the linen Air Force One.
Dang. Okay, so I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for them?
$130.
Okay, so still under retail, right? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
Retail
150, right?
135.
Oh, 135. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I just been seeing them like the prices falling everywhere. I have them like on my watch list on Go. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this.
Keep falling.
Yeah, I don't rock Air Force Ones either. Only ones I
Yeah.
can wear are the, I guess it's the premium because they have a sleeker toe box. I can't do all whites because them suckers are like, I got so much negative space in the shoe. I look like a clown walking them.
Yeah.
So I like that one though. That's definitely one on my radar as well, especially if I get the one for the low.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. All right. Well, all right. So I got 2 Rockins. I had to bring one of these out. I wanted to see if I can flex on Morgan because he got everything, and I know I don't even have the size of that collection, about a fraction of it. But I got one. You guys may notice it's a sample.
Yeah.
It's the Moon Phase pack. It's the Grid Omni 9. It is it's the Autumn Solstice pair. Yeah, I love this, man. I got a shout out to the family over at Saucony for sending this pair over to me.
Yeah, I need to talk to Jason.
So it's funny. I was talking to Jason. I was like, "Hey, I just want to do." Everyone is talking about the Grid Omni. I had never worn it. The Triumph is the one I have beat to the dirt. I love that pair. I was like, "All right, let me try this one." And I was like, "Hey, you have any just spare pairs? I don't care what color. I'm not. I take the Super GR. I don't care. I just want to try it out, do some content on it, maybe do like a wear test." He's like, "Got you." That's his words. He's like, "Got you." And I get this random Saucony box, like the generic Saucony box is like it acts as a shoe box. Open it up, I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't see them. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I'm sitting there looking at it. It's like, oh, sample tag. I reach out like, bro, can I even show these? He's like, not yet. Then literally 5 minutes into a conversation, Sneaker News or somebody like posted the whole pack. I'm like, so I didn't show them, but I think I can now.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are coming out sometime in the fall, but I've worn these enough to say you should buy them when they come out because these are legit.
Yeah, I'll definitely be buying them.
Clean.
Because I loved the Crystal Caves,
I want
pair.
that one so bad, man.
They're so good, and they're
Is
very.
that the golden teal?
It's like
a
kind.
green.
It's
like
like
a
an
green
oil spill
bluish.
color almost. It's like
Yeah.
this purple and green,
okay.
goldish. Like it was the best GR that released last year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like that was a beautiful shoe.
Like of any sneaker, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. It was. I mean, I did my end of year list. I think Saucony took up 3 of the 10 spots.
I love that.
It's amazing. I mean, it's one of those shoes that's great. Like, I've worn them for a long time, like since I was a kid, and it's just nice to see another resurgence of like popularity instead of just
Right.
if you know you know kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's cool to see them
Yeah.
getting their shine. So I can always appreciate them for that.
Yeah, 100%.
Next one, my cop is gonna be the On Roger.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to get back on this court, man.
Yeah.
I want to teach my son. Finding time was the hard part. So I got the shoes. I just need to go get outside. So
What racket are you using?
So I used to use the Pure Drive, but my Pure Drives are all just crapped out. So looking at a couple new ones. Thinking about going the what was it? Not the Pure Control. What's the new one they have now that took the place of the Pure Control?
Pure Strike.
I'm thinking Pure Strike, and there's a head racket. It's like escaping my.
Speed is it black and white?
No, it's green.
It's green, not teal, right? Not the
It's
boom.
like is it Evolve or something like? I took a picture of that thing because I was like, I need to go buy this thing, and it was like, I play with a lot of top spin, so
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to go Aero Drive because I'm not giving them $400 for a racket.
Right.
I refuse. But this particular head racket, I never. Oh, Head Extreme. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, the Head Extreme. I was looking at reviews on it. Look at some different actual people putting through its paces, and it had the same spin power and basically balance as the Aero Drive for a fraction of the cost.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it had a little bit more, like a smidge bit more weight to it, which I like because the Aero Drive, you put it too much shoulder, that sucker's flying over like every time.
Yeah.
You're missing baselines. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, you have to swing the Pure Arrow. You got to swing it the right way. That's what I found out about it because I've got I've got a lot of different rackets. And I think that you should try out the Wilson Ultra. That might be one that you look at.
I was looking at that one too. That was like I keep having like compared into like my cart at like Tennis Express.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, but I think I might run to like a PGA Superstore where you can actually go try them out. They have to have like a little cage you can go play them. So I may do that beforehand because I haven't played in so long and like it's just one of the things that I need to find the right racket again. I feel like it's been about 4 or 5 years since I've actually played. So I'm sure my swing and everything has changed a bit.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know we're on your podcast.
Nah,
but
come on with it.
Flex thinks, right? Like, I'm a tennis teaching professional. I've been playing this game for 24 years. Flex thinks that he has a chance. He's never played tennis before. Flex thinks he has a chance. Can you please explain to him how small? It's not like we're playing basketball and it's like, you might get a lucky shot. Like, can you please explain to him how small his chances are?
So, look, Flex, I don't want to do this to you, but I tell you this from experience of people wanting to say, "Oh, I want to go play with you. I'm sure I'm super athletic. I can go pick this up." Mm-hmm. The athletic ability is probably 20% of the sport. It is such a form game. Like you're gonna get out there and be like, "Oh, cool! Like I can swing this thing," but when that ball starts coming, like I got to do 15 different things at one time.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those games though. Once you start playing, if you like it, you are gonna be able to pick it up. It's just consistency. I honestly like. First time getting on court, he gonna wash you. I ain't gonna lie to you. He gonna wash you. But if you keep going out there and playing, it's something you can pick up pretty quickly because it's not like once you figure out your swing, what you like, you will and you work on it. It's something you can pick up fairly quick, and it's one of those lifelong games. It's not like us. I'll be 35 in 2 days. Me going to play basketball is not happening. My knees are like, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
But tennis is like it is still kind of high impact to a certain degree, but it's not like you. It's just you and your space. It's not having to bump bodies and all that stuff. It's a lifelong game. So I tell people, even if you in your 30s, 40s, whatever it is, pick it up. But that first time, he go wash you, bro. I just want to get you prepared for that.
so here's me to you guys. I'm not gonna get washed. So
hey, I like the confidence though. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the confidence though.
Look, before Morgan was playing tennis, I was legit taking a stick and hitting cooter eggs. And I know y'all don't know what cooter eggs. Y'all don't know what cooter eggs is. Y'all don't even know what cooter eggs are. But Morgan is probably he's gonna win. He's gonna win. But I promise you, it's not gonna be how you think it is, bro.
I'm gonna dog walk you.
Look. There's never. I have yet to start something that I am just absolutely terrible at. The first time, you gonna get one little good match. But once I figure out, oh okay.
Look. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna beat you so bad that you're gonna start taking lessons from me, and then I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna charge you to teach you just enough to be worse than me. Still.
How long have you been playing again?
24 years.
All right, so you're gonna beat me this one time, right? And you're not gonna watch me. I'm gonna play.
What's the score gonna be? What's the score gonna be?
Wait, how many sets y'all going? Y'all going two?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't know.
Listen. It don't matter how many sets you go, because I know you ain't got to win. So, look, I'm gonna play and I'm gonna practice for a whole other year. We're gonna come back. We'll have a rematch, and I'm gonna beat you. I put my money on it.
This is okay. I need y'all to make this a series. Like, I'm speaking for all your fans out there. Y'all need to make this a series. I want to watch this.
We legit are going to do this. We're going to stream it and everything. We've been talking. I'm trying to plan a trip out there to Nap City so I can go out there and play tennis with Morgan. And I'm going to show him.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to show him what that country boy can do.
I'm going to humiliate you. Don't bring your family. I don't want them to see you like this.
How did I start freaking like being a person on a press conference for a fight here now? I feel like we're at the weigh-in right now.
This is what our relationship is like,
it's gonna happen.
And he's convinced, like we're like both of us are convinced that we're right, and that's what has made like this
wrong. I strongly believe he's not gonna watch me.
Look, okay, if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna do this, just go to any store that has like good rackets. Don't go like to a Dick's or like a Academy. Don't do that to yourself, because that's gonna be a whole different battle you gotta fight. Go to literally like to a PGA Superstore or go to like Tennis Express, Tennis Warehouse. Order some demos. Pick a couple. I know Morgan can at least tell you some good ones to start with.
I'm looking at 18 rackets right now on the other side of this room.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go search in YouTube, watch a video, and then I'm gonna play tennis with Morgan.
He get you the YouTube University. Oh man, now see, I'm about to fly out too just to watch this in person. Hold on, we go.
Look, people pay.
I'm gonna sell tickets.
People pay $80 an hour. People pay $80 an hour to learn from me, and you think you're just gonna watch a YouTube video?
And yet, look, and that's why it's gonna hurt worse. You be like, people pay me to do this, and I can't beat old country boy. Come on.
So what's the score gonna be? What's
I mean, does it matter? I already told you, you're going to get the W. You're
Hold on,
going to get
hold
the
on.
W.
Nah,
but you're not going to watch me. You're not going to little boy me.
How do you score though? How do you keep score?
You do that. You think you do them like that? All right,
you the
all right.
bro.
We're gonna do this. So, okay, we play a set. We play a set, 6 games, right? First to 6, win by 2. Flex, how many games you getting off of them right now?
Out of 6, give me 2.
No shot. There's no shot. No shot.
Hey, I was not gonna lie. I was gonna say something like 4. I thought he was gonna say something 4 for a second. So he said 2. I was like, okay, there's some reality like built into this confidence at least.
If I double fault 2 games away, but I'll just start serving underhand. If my serve is that, I'll serve underhand and ace them. Like you don't understand. There's levels to this. There's levels to this.
Them country boys from the south.
He got his walk-up music and everything. Hold up.
I'm gonna be playing in jeans. Bro.
Oh, it has to be the most uncomfortable thing. I've done that as a kid. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's so gross.
Oh, nah, I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm gonna have my dad shorts on. I'm getting all my battle scars.
Oh, please let's set a date. Look, we got the press conference right now. We gonna set the date. We gonna come.
Nah, for real. Because first of all, I got to get Flex's address to send him the save the date for the wedding. But he is definitely gonna be coming over here. He is definitely gonna be coming over here and losing.
Trust from Rack is out. That's the look. Trust from Rack is out. See Morgan.
Morgan in 6.
Oh,
it's gonna be 0-0. You don't know what this means, Flex, but just know it's 0-0. Have you ever heard of a golden set?
I will after YouTube. Sorry.
Or bagel. Just don't let him bagel you. That's all I'm saying. Don't let him bagel you,
double
bro.
bageled. He's getting double bageled.
I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like a tennis term.
Oh, yo, wow. All right. Look, I can sit through this all day because I can talk tennis all day, and this is hilarious. So, I had to. This really segues perfectly to my next, like, what we want to get into. But as y'all, like, of course, y'all got the pod. That's like the new endeavor you guys have. Mm-hmm. But y'all have seen like fantastic success on TikTok, which, in my opinion, I think is probably one of the harder platforms to find success. How do you where did you guys, because you guys had different styles, I feel like, which makes you guys, again, mesh very well. Yeah. How did you find your successes? Morgan literally likes to poke everybody who he's literally like, I'm gonna mess with everybody. I'm gonna repost you, I'm gonna stitch you. I'm like, yeah, I hope I'm not saying nothing stupid. I see myself on there. And then, Flexx has really just that kind of correspondent, personality, really just bringing facts, bringing opinions very well. So how did you guys find your lanes there?
Flexx, I'll let you start. Okay. So for me, it was Flexx stitching my videos because I was trying to find a way to get people to engage with my videos. Okay. And so I would say I've got the most diverse sneaker collection, right? Yeah. Which is a completely made up thing. Nobody's out there I really want a diverse sneaker collection, but I was like, I can't say I've got the most expensive one. I can't say I got the best. I can't say I got the most ASICs or anything like that.
You ruffle feathers with that, by the way. I'll just say, so many people restitch you no, I'm it's all right. I calm down.
Yeah. And so Flexx, he from what I remember, Flexx reposted one of my videos and was like, oh, bro, you the most diverse. I got this and I got that and I got that. And what I really wanted to see was stuff on TikTok that wasn't Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, Facts, Jordan 2s, right? And Flexx was doing that. So I was like, yo, we can really show people some sneakers on here with this type of content. And then from there it just kind of grew.
What's up? No, that makes sense. I appreciate that because you're right. When you open TikTok, I swear it's the same 4 shoes. And I respect everybody's content hustle. I'm never going to be like, oh, you suck, because it takes balls to even just get up and make a video for the world to see. Mm-hmm. So I definitely respect it, and I know it's like, hey, I'm trying to get engagement, so I know these 4 or 5 shoes will do something. Because when you show something that out of the norm, you're taking a big shot of no one ever paying attention to the video. So the way you guys do it, I can like same way I think with my collection is like I don't have just the same 4 or 5 shoes everyone else has, and
Right.
you guys, I mean, we all have our hype stuff. That's the nature of the game. We still want hype stuff, but it may not be the same hype stuff all the time. So that's why I really like, again gravitated to you guys for that, and again the back and forth has always been just fantastic.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I gotta unfortunately give some of the credit to Morgan as well.
That's
When
very
I-
smart. Very smart.
When I first started out, I was just literally showing the shoe. Like
Yeah.
I was literally just doing a turn around. Look, I got these pair, and I noticed that like that really wasn't as successful as it was in the beginning. So I'm like, all right, I gotta evolve. So I started showing my face a little more and giving my opinion. And I seen Morgan's video. I was like, oh, this is my opportunity because, like he said, like I couldn't go against people and say like I had the best collection because I know they're gonna pull out 10 hype pairs and I was
Yeah.
gonna automatically lose it.
Yep.
So I'm like, I gotta put a name to it.
Yeah.
And most diverse was the name. I'm like, this is the perfect battle because I got a ton of stuff that people either don't want, haven't seen, or forgot about. So, and that's pretty much how I seen Morgan's collection because there was a lot of stuff I had seen or I had forgot about. Like, yo, I forgot about those. I didn't even know he was gonna bring those out. So it was with that back and forth, I grew into like what my persona on TikTok and social media. Now you got Flexx in front of the camera, quality. And but before all that, it was literally me just showing my feet or me holding the phone up. Like,
Hey, that's where we
Like
all
that,
start, man. We all start with the phone. We're like, all right, we just gotta get this
Yeah.
camera working.
Yeah, I know with Flexx, I think one of the things I wish that I would have taken back or we would have done differently was talking about like, oh, bro, like y'all like the bargain bin stuff. You like, you know what I'm saying? Because now people will come to me or come at me. I'll show a pair of Asics that have been sold for over $300, and they're like, "Oh, bro, you showing the stuff that nobody wants. You showing what's on sale." And it's like, "Nah, you don't understand." Like, and how do you explain to people? And like, I think I would have changed if I could go back. I would definitely change that because like, I know Flexx would talk about like, yeah, I got these for a steal or whatever, but like, I know a lot of those kamikazes. Like, I went and looked at kamikazes trying to like, kind of catch up with Flexx.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, these out the budget right now. You know what
It's
I mean?
crazy
Like,
how that goes,
yeah.
though, man. It's
Right.
like they'll be like, "Oh, cool, I got them for $60." You look at 4 or 5 years later, $200-$300. I'm like, wait, what happened here? Like,
Yeah, right. What did I miss?
Yeah. But
Who wore these?
I always love that because I guess I've never, in my mind, I've never been like, I have the collection. They say I don't have the most expensive collection.
Right.
No, I got 4 kids, man. I ain't trying to go buy up everything. Like, I got to buy stuff for content purposes. And God bless those brands who like to deal with me and send me things because God knows I would not have as much content without them. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Word.
Yeah.
But there's so many cool things out there outside of that Jordan range, that Nike range. Like, I respect and I like both. There's just Jordans I love. There's Nikes I love, but I've always kind of been on that other side of the path. Like, I've always loved Asics. One of my most viewed videos on YouTube, I did a review of a Tokyo version of a Japan S. If I had a room of 100 sneakerheads, I'm sure 3 people know what the Japan S is. And it's something that people want to see. So I feel like because it's not portrayed by these other, successful sneaker people. Again, great. They have their hustle. They made their lanes, but there's a need for that diversity in the collections because people want that. People are always going to people, and when I
Right.
say that, it means like they want some affirmation in their purchase. Like, hey, if I'm going to buy this, and someone's actually taking the time to make a video or to show it, they're like, oh, okay, cool. I feel better about this buy now. So there's a niche for it, or niche, how do you
Right.
say it? Like,
Yeah.
there's a space for everybody. That's why I said people in this competition, like, there's a good group of like old, like, content creators who I've like reached out to, and they're just like silence. Like, they're just like, oh, they're trying to hold this part of the internet to themselves.
Yeah.
But there's all the people out there like like Jacques, Chris from Wear Testers, dudes I've talked to, and then like they've been really cool about like answering questions and helping to like push the right direction. So again, it's a weird space because I feel like what we do is almost like a service. It sounds so silly. It sounds really self-righteous,
I agree.
But I think it's a service to the other people who aren't going to spend $400 or $500 on a particular pair of shoes because that's not normal. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. No, you're right. That's what I say too. Like this, it's not normal to have 600 pairs of sneakers, and it's not normal to spend $200 on a pair of sneakers. Like that's not normal. And one of the things that I do think about on TikTok and kind of like what our responsibility is, you know, if you have a following, I feel like it's our responsibility to keep the sneaker culture growing. And I think sometimes that gets lost on social media. I know I've heard content creators talk about, well, I need my views. I need, you know, I got to do what is going to get me views. And that's not an opinion that I hold. Like, I get it, man. Like, you know, you want to do this full time, you want to do this, but my opinion is that we are, like you said, we're providing a service, and not just to other people, but to the sneaker community. And it's something that I love. I love the sneaker community, and I love sneakers, and like that's what kind of keeps me going. I think that's what the motivation is.
Yeah. Well, Flexx, do you ever see anything like when you're making your content? What is kind of like the thing you try to stay away from? Is there anything that you see a bunch of? You're like, you know what? It's been done a million times. Let me move on. Like, will it be a style
What's
or
dropping this week?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
What's dropping this week?
Yeah.
A lot of people have had some great success and they do it very well, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna go there. I feel like if I ever put what's dropping this week, it's because I exhausted all ideas. I have a creative block. Like, I'm just gonna drop what's dropping this week. Yeah. That's it. You know,
I've done that before, and I was like, I will say that was probably the least proud I've been in just dropping any content. I'm like, did I just drop a recap of what 13 people have done and they can read this on a different website? Like, this is the most redundant video I've ever done. I was like, don't ever do this again.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's definitely a tough one. I would hope, Flexx, that you hit me up before you ever make that video. We'll brainstorm, bro. We'll brainstorm together.
I think there's just better ways to do it. I mean, there's some people who do it, like some people do it very well. And I'm like, cool, that's the person I'm gonna watch. Like, I'll be honest, like if someone does it well, I'm gonna stick with that one or two people. But once I see that video, I don't have to go watch nobody else because I know I'm dropping now. Like, the fact that 55 people make this video, I'm like, cool, but you know, someone watched someone else's, you're out the window. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I've seen a lot of creators, in my mind, lose credibility with those videos because they'll see, you know, it might be some sneaker that retros that like they really don't know the backstory behind.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh yeah, these gonna sit, these are trash, like nobody asked for these. So I'm like, boom, you just lost all of your credibility right there. So I feel like, yeah, it's a cheap way to get views, but it's also a dangerous game. I've seen a lot of people lose credibility over that.
Another one that gets me, I don't understand. Like, for me, I'll end up on my TV because of background noise, and I just don't realize it. Transaction videos. It's like, man, people are going shopping, or I'll take that back. Not even going shopping, because I don't mind though. Someone making a decision what they want to buy. That's that's all right. But these stores buying stuff for the store, I'm like, why am I watching transactions? Like, it's the weirdest kind of video. And again, no knock to them because they're making their money. Those got super popular during like COVID years. Yeah. But I'm just like, I'm like living vicariously, shopping through someone else. It's super weird to me. I'm like, I watched an hour worth of transaction. I'm like, is it just because I want to see the end of it? But how did I get locked into this for so long? How do people love this?
I've watched a lot of people get ripped off, man.
Oh yeah, I think that's why I watch it too. It's like, oh, why'd you do this?
And I hate that they're doing that. I hate that they're like, You know, they're scrolling, and I like the whole choreography behind it, where there's what do you want for these? Last sell on StockX. Ooh, best I can do is this. Yeah, we got bills and stuff. Like, it's not the seller's fault that you got bills. Like,
or the coin flip. People
yeah,
become
the coin
glorified
flip. Oh
gamblers.
my
I'm like,
gosh.
yo, like, why are we gambling on TV and showing kids this?
Yeah. I'm with you on that. There's some people who I'm mutuals with on TikTok, and I'll watch them do their transactions, and I'll just be like, why are you arguing? This person is going to give you this shoe at a super discount. Why are you arguing with him over $10? He wants 70 for this, man. Like, why are you trying to get 60 off of him?
Ooh, 67.30, please. I don't know if I can do this.
Nah, man. It's crazy how popular that it got. I mean, you have a lot of creators that got to where they're at because of those types of videos. It got their shop exposures, all types of stuff. And what upsets me the most is not the fact that they got the exposure or they got more followers. Is what upsets me is that as a collective, as a sneaker community, we're watching our peers get ripped off. And we're liking the video, we're sharing the video, we're reposting the video, and we're pretty much, giving them the okay, like, keep doing it. Because you'll see them post a shoe, and then on the side they have like the edit of it, how it just went for $500, and they're like, the best I can do is $150.
And you're looking like, wait, time out.
like you're ripping this person off. But yeah, you're like, I love sneakers, man. No, man, it's not about the money, man. I love sneakers.
It's 100% about the money.
Yep. Well,
absolutely.
I say 50% of the time, those people, if you ask them, I find myself yelling at the TV because they're talking about the shoe in a completely wrong fashion. I'm like, that's not that shoe, or it didn't come out then. It was like, oh no, they've had 6 retros, and like, why are we? And again, it's just one of those things because YouTube will just, when you put sneakers and you have that in your algorithm and start putting everything, and the most popular things are those. And if I'm in there watching, I'm like, you guys not having the right shoe, or that's not the last time I retro. I find myself yelling at the clouds like an old person. Like, that's what happens.
Yep. And I feel like if you're going to capitalize off a group of people, you should at least have some background knowledge, some surface level background knowledge on what you're selling. But instead they got StockX in their hand, which is a terrible tool. It's a terrible tool. They've got StockX in their hand, and they're like, best I can give you is this. Like, that's crazy.
I feel like as a community, I feel like sneakerheads are the most gullible. Like, it's just like, you put a sneaker in front of them, it's like, I know that's a terrible price, but here you go.
It's like, you got me, but I got the shoe.
But it's that now. I gotta have it now. It's like, I'm not gonna this is a sneaker that's definitely gonna restock, or looking and seeing like, oh, this has a worldwide release in a week or two, or just anything like that. Or let me go to eBay and let me see if somebody's got it for cheaper. It's or see if it's still going for retail. See if it's still in the store. Which kind of brings me to like one of the styles of videos I hate is when people go to the mall and they just show us what's sitting there. Like, I don't care, man.
It's like, buy it. Like, and me, it's like, I'm gonna buy. Ooh, it's sitting there. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm cheap. Like, I'm gonna buy it if it's sitting there for retail.
Yeah. But people are like, oh, what y'all think? Should I buy these? Like,
do you want to buy them? Like, do you like them?
Like, exactly. Everybody's looking for each other. Like, I don't think. Like, I've had people all the time, like, message me or comment and be like, "Oh, do you think I should get these?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like do what you want to do, right? Like, do you like them?" I don't think Flexx. Flexx has never asked me, like, because he's getting into Sauconys, and I'm trying to get into some Reeboks, but like, I don't think he's
ever your boy for some Reeboks too.
Right. Yeah. And Flexx has never hit me up and be like, yo, what's up with these? Should I buy these? Should I buy these Sauconys? Nah, he's just going and like doing his own research and figuring out what he likes. And
that's the best way to do it. I mean, sometimes I'm in a dilemma of like, I got 3 shoes I want, but I'm not buying all 3. I'll like hit up a homie like, hey, out of these 3, which one would you buy? I'm buying one of them, but which one, in your opinion, which one you think would I can let it sit and go on sale, kind of deal.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Yeah. Now I feel like fortunately enough, me and Morgan are blessed enough to where if we got 3 pairs, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy all 3, so I just know which one I'm gonna buy first. It's like I'm gonna buy all 3, I just don't know which one I'm gonna buy first. So
yeah.
you think this gonna go up in price and I'm gonna have to pay like extra money? That will be more of the conversation.
That is,
I mean,
that's a real issue. Like that's how it should be. That's the homie question. Like, hey, where's my money best spent? Like, let's talk up this out. Like, I need a second set of ears on this or eyes on it. Yeah, it's just
You gotta get
know,
strategic, man. I like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for 100%, right? Like, that's the conversations to have, not the, yo, should I buy these sneakers?
Like, do you like them? Like,
Yes.
that's the question. I'm gonna tell you
Right.
yes. Like, I'm the worst person to ask that to because I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel fulfilled if you ask me to buy them. I tell you yes, you do. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to buy something now. I got the feeling of buying it. Good.
Yeah.
We're done here. But it's just, I think that's like really the perfect segue to the next like topic. We talk about stuff sitting. We talk about. I mean, there's like 15 shoes I can point to right now that are just 2012 and before that they would have been gone. But we're getting news that Nike is literally about to open the vault and just let the world just go in there and pick what they want. So undefeated Jordan 4s, Wu-Tang Dunks, and I've heard this is recent. I was surprised by this, but we're about to hit up the 10-year anniversary. I think in 2 years of the 10 Off-White collection. There are rumblings.
Yeah, 2016?
It might be
2017.
Yeah, either 2 or 3 years out, and I'm hearing rumblings that it's stupid because it's 3 years out, but they're saying that there's gonna be more Off-Whites coming out, which. Okay, Virgil had a bunch of stuff that didn't get released, like the Black Cements, the 4s, but there are also rumblings that the 10's going to re-release. And there's 2 schools of thought. I made a video about this, and it's funny in people's perspectives. I just like making fun of people at this point, but they're like, no, don't release it. It's like this holy grail should never be re-released because they think it has this weird like life to it that it is not going to have the same feeling if they re-release it for somebody else. And then other people like me, I'm like, cool, release it for retail. If I can get it, cool. If not, I didn't have it before, so I'm not hurting anyway. What do you guys think about that? Because honestly, I could care less because if you have a real story behind you got it and that's what you really wanted, it should not matter. Like,
Right.
Nike's a retail store. They're going to sell whatever the heck they want.
Yeah. I mean, like we talked about earlier, I got the linens. I got the linen Air Force Ones, and I was very happy. And that's a shoe that people have paid thousands of dollars for. And I got it for $150, less than that.
That's the way to do it.
Right. So like, Wu-Tang Dunks. I mean, to answer the question, I don't care. Right. Like I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited that these sneakers are coming out. But nobody had the same energy. This is just a cool thing to be mad at right now because nobody had this energy when like the Bacons got re-released, right?
There you go.
And nobody had this energy when the Kiss of Death Air Max Ones got re-released. Yeah, the Clots got re-released. I feel like those are kind of up there. I mean, it's not quite a Wu-Tang Dunk, but maybe next tier down as far as like Grail status. So I think right now people are just choosing to be upset at this because they heard somebody else get upset at this. Does not bother me at all. Like I'm excited for these sneakers to come out. Now will I go for the undefeated 4? No, don't really care. Will I go for the Wu-Tang Dunks? No, I got the Iowas.
Same thing. Just go ahead and write this.
Right. I'll put a W on there. Yeah, I'll put a W. But like, if there are people who really, really want those sneakers, who have, what were there like 36 pairs of the Wu-Tang Dunks?
Yeah, for the 36
So
chambers.
does it even count? Does it even count?
It wasn't released to begin with. It was a friends and
Right.
family shoe. That goes back to LeBron 9 Watch the Throne. There was
Right.
3 pairs made of that shoe, and people were, why'd you release them? Well, if you want to go buy them,
People want 'em.
they sat. When I say sat, they were in outlets. So I was like, go get them. Like, 'cause they're not going to release again, I guarantee you.
Yep. So,
I
I don't care.
I think we're in the middle of something very interesting. I think we're in the turn of a generation. You got your older sneakerheads that are pretty much transitioning out, and you got your newer sneakerheads that are transitioning in. And to be honest with you, these new sneakerheads do not care about a Wu-Tang Dunk. Simple as that. It's a yellow and black shoe. Nobody really wears yellow. I can't really match with it. Give me something all black and throw Wu-Tang on there, and it's gonna be $1,000 shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as people getting upset about it, I think it's more people being bitter. You know, people that do have those Wu-Tang, those linens from earlier years, it gave them something that felt exclusive. Like, I have this, and you finna release it and let him get it for, you know, 'cause they know that these pairs are gonna sit.
Yep.
They know that if you re-release the Wu-Tang Dunks, it's not gonna do as big as people would have back when they released the first time. Well, not released, but when it was shown the first time, you know? Same thing with like the Galaxy phone posits. A lot of people are upset about that because we know, the Galaxy phone posit is not going to do what they did a couple of years ago. Am I going to grab them? Absolutely.
Yep, I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Let me get a size 11.
Help me out.
Exactly. So, I mean, for me, I'm happy because I wasn't around or really into sneakers when these released. So I'm glad I'm getting the opportunity to get these because these are shoes that I seen. I'm like, man, I wish I could get a pair, but I know like last time they released was 06. I'm not gonna get a pair. And if I get a pair now, they're falling apart. So for people that are really into sneakers that's been collecting for the past 10 years and have not seen the Wu-Tang Dunks, just like, yeah, let me get those. The undefeated fours, yeah, let me get those. Because, again, in another 10 years, they're just going to be just as sacred. And then the ones released for that, just going to be as sacred. It doesn't lose the power unless people create the narrative that's like, they lose their power. They're no longer sacred because they released twice.
But people try to make that whole narrative because they're trying to make the brand feel bad. They don't realize Nike said they go credit all the way to the bank. They're boo-hooing with all their money in their hand. Like, I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
And what was that?
Are you a shareholder?
Yeah, I was like, are you sure they don't give a crap about you? So
yeah, are you a shareholder?
But
we don't care.
What was it? When did the Jordan 4 Craft come out? That ivory, or not ivory color, the olive color. Was it 2 years ago? A year ago?
Last year?
It might have been last year.
2 years the max. 2 years.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah.
So it's so funny how just again the tides changed because initially everyone thought that style code was the undefeated dunk, or not undefeated dunk, undefeated Jordan 4. It was like, yes, it's coming back. Tell me how 365 days up to 2 years has made people just like, again, they saw somebody get upset. They're like, it's cool to be mad now. Who cares? Like, just if you want it, wear it. Like, and like I said, the people who have been collecting, like I've been collecting shoes since early 2000s and in high school, and there's nothing you can tell me to say I'm gonna be mad about a shoe coming out because I remember, Nike talk and all the stuff you see. They're like, oh, it's cool, but it was always like fantasy because I lived in a small town in Texas where we didn't get that. We didn't get SB dunks. We barely got dunks. So seeing that stuff was all on the internet until I got older, and now I can like at 35 years old, I may have my chance to actually get a pair of these I've seen in Fat Joe's closet on Cribs or, or all these really cool things. Or my first, like, I call my first adult L was the Foam Posit Galaxy because that's right when I graduated college and I had money. I was like, I'm going to buy this. I'm like, never mind, they don't have any. So if I can get that and kind of fulfill that, like,
absolutely,
grail for myself, I'm like, hey, don't care. Like, LeBron Big Bang 9s came out. I bought them immediately. No regrets, and I don't care if it was a retro. I finally got a pair. I'm happy.
Right. Yeah, I felt the same way about the Galaxy KDs, the Weatherman KDs. Like, it's not even in my style anymore, but so many people talk about they're into sneakers because they're able to get the shoes that they couldn't get when they were kids. And now I'm kind of like, okay, well, when does that stop? Like, what's the cutoff for that? Because, like, 06, I was a freshman in high school. Like, I wasn't able to get no Wu-Tang Dunks. I wasn't able to get, that sneaker. I wasn't able to get undefeated fours, right? So, like, why is it now not okay? Like, when being able to buy the things that you couldn't get when you were younger was the whole reason people became sneakerheads.
Thank you. Like, we finally get adult money. Like, we're still making bad decisions with it, but it's for something we want.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of, we talked about people being the voice of sneakers and the incorrect people having the voice of sneakers, can kind of dictate what's cool, what's not cool. And I'm not going to say any names because we're on your platform.
I mean, I mean, I
No,
guess.
no, no. I ain't gonna do it on your platform. I ain't gonna do it on your platform. But we, as
long as it's
as
not
I
me, I'm
get more
fine.
to this,
Like, I was ready to go.
Morgan's got a list ready to go. He's like, let me whip this sucker out.
yeah, no. We ain't gonna do it that way. But as I get more into content creation, a lot of the people that I looked up to, or felt that they had this meaningful opinion, I'm just like, nah, you're just an asshole. I mean, and there's no other way to put it, because there's a lot of people that I'm like, when I was watching you or following you a couple years ago, this is all you wanted. You wanted this specific pair.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden it's like, why would you do that? Why would you re-release this shoe?
Yep. Like that would make you feel bad. Like you should feel bad if you buy this, because it's like the old person from like the old TV shows. I walked in a foot of snow to get to this and that.
Yeah.
They want to make you feel bad about the purchase. I'm like, I don't. Like, you can't make me feel bad because you spent $5,000. I spent $200.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw somebody on TikTok talking, or Instagram too, talking about said, I don't have a place in this community anymore. Like, nothing's sacred. I'm like, yo, is it really that deep? Like, they're talking about the Wu-Tang Dunks. But that's probably the most emotional response I've seen. Like, somebody saying, like, I don't, this new sneaker community isn't what I'm, what I want to be around. I'm not here anymore. This isn't for me.
For some reason, I think I know who you're talking about. We'll talk about that later. But I think I know who you're talking about, because I saw that and it prompted me to make my video. I was like, and I just reminded people that
he's bigger on Instagram.
Honestly, I don't.
He's big on Instagram.
He might be bigger on Instagram.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
after
we'll compare notes.
I'm not gonna do it.
We'll compare notes.
Morgan's gotta get you
We'll compare notes, but I'm pretty like unless everybody's in their feelings that same day, because it's like they think that, and it's funny because if you guys haven't listened to them, or if you haven't talked to the guys, you should. Like, you need to reach out to the guys from the Sneak Diss podcast. If you haven't talked to those guys, Greg and George, super dope guys, and they
it's like 4 of them.
It's two of them. It's two of them. And they're older than me. I think maybe closer to 40 than I am. But they had the same thought process. And one of the things they say, it cracks me up, because it's true. Because we all think in the beginning, but then not most of us, I think probably not many of us realize that Nike ain't checking for us. Like, oh, he made a video about the Jordan. He on the seating list now. I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they think they're gonna make these videos, these emotional videos, and Nike's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do this. It's like they don't care. Like, unless your name LeBron James, unless your name Serena Williams, they don't care. Like, you're not changing their mind. And those two are barely. And that's just the probably most hyperbole I can think of. But we are there. If we aren't buying it, someone else is going to buy it. If they're not buying it, then another person is going to buy it. As long as they get that bottom line, especially if their stock dropping, was that 20% the other day?
Yeah.
They're like, whatever we can do to get you out of those Asics and back into some Nikes, we're going to do it. And that's what it is. That the competition got real, because people are trading in the 35-year-old Jordan for, man, this technology looking pretty good. It's pretty comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they're not innovating anymore, and they're trying to figure out either way to buy time, or they got nothing left in the tank. And that's the only two options I think they have right now, or what they're dealing with right now, I should say. Yeah,
and when they do innovate, it's not
weird.
Good. It's Flywire. It's Flyknit on a Flyknit 4.
Exaggerated.
It's like, I don't know who was drunk doing that one. Flyknit 4s, no, thank you.
No, but like, with Asics, the innovation is like, or Adidas, right? Like, Adidas put in a torsion bar, 30 some odd years ago, right? And they're still innovating with Boost. They got, all sorts of stuff that they're innovating with. Nike is just like, we got leather attached to rubber midsole, and good luck.
Yeah,
it's your favorite. It's your favorite colorway. It's your favorite colorway.
And heck, sometimes we're not even getting air. Like Dunks, it's like, hey, here's a rubber cup sole, no air, and some borderline, maybe it's real leather. We're not gonna tell you though. It was like, I love Dunks, but at the same time, I was like, if they're not $120 and lower, that's talking about SBs. I ain't buying you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and even the Air,
crazy.
Air not even that comfortable, man. Let's be real.
Unless you get a full Zoom Air Strobel, ain't nothing comfortable about that.
It's like Air Max Ones. People are like, oh yeah, these are super comfy. Like y'all just saying that for the video, man. Like it's not
They're not
comfortable,
bad, but they're not. It's like I can find 6 other shoes that are more comfortable. If I throw on a Shadow 6000, I have never had an issue with that.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we got to understand that, like, we've all been collecting for a while, right? So why would Nike check for us? Because they know they got us. Like,
it's a drug.
Dude's been collecting for he's been collecting for 10 years. Why are we going to try to satisfy him? He's good.
Right.
We're trying to get the person that's on the fence about whether should I grab these new Sauconys or grab these new Nikes.
Mm-hmm.
So we finna get something they like. So now they're just trying to increase these prices, and now they may be checking for us now. That's why they're going in the vault, because they know we love originals, OGs, classic colorways. I mean, that's when they're trying to, okay, we're going to boost these sales up real quick. Then we get back to the bigger picture. Right now we need to boost these sales up.
But
make
how
our
long will it
happy.
sustain, though? So think like the last vault item that was substantial they pulled out, 85 Jordan 1s. First few colorways flew. Right? They were hitting you with 200 bones for a Jordan 1, which was wild to me. Yeah. The last two that have released, the metallic maroon that is still sitting. You get it under retail. You get it under retail before it even released. And then also you had the metallic navy low. People are all about these 85s. You can go to any Nike store. I've seen them at outlets now. You can go on Gold, StockX. You pick your poison, and like people want it. Oh, I want this Jordan 1 to look just like that. Cool. Jordan 4s. They started making. Hey, they got better cuts. I could say the Jordan 4 is substantially better than what it was before.
Yeah.
But after the military blue or industrial blue, whatever you want to call it now, I think the best Jordan 4 to release this year was that green pair, the oxidized green. Still sitting. Still sitting. Yeah. Under retail.
Love that pair.
It's beautiful. I love that. They mixed that green, the metallic green with the all leather patches instead of the plastic and the sail midsole. That was literally a perfectly constructed shoe. But now people are like, oh, I don't want it unless it's an SB. And I've only seen one person skating an SB, and that was somebody in the X Games like 5-6 years ago before they even were even talking about this. I've never seen anybody skating the Jordan 4.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's sneakerheads are interesting, man. Sneakerheads on the internet are interesting.
They just want to be
because they want, you're right, exactly. And it's like they don't even know that what they're saying like just doesn't make any sense. Like I'm always confused about what they're saying, right? Like they want this, they don't want that. Like, man, people were talking about the military blue 4 as being the sneaker of 2024 before 2024. I'm like, we don't even know what's coming out. We've got no clue what's coming out. And by the way, 2012, that shoe sat in a time when they weren't sitting.
Yep. I got those up here somewhere, and I just had to fix them because the wing fell off.
Like,
you're right. I bought them 2 weeks after they dropped.
Yeah, like I think it's a lack of understanding. They don't understand what's going on.
It is. I feel like everyone wants to be Skip Bayless of sneakers, and that's not a good thing. Like, you guys should not want to be the Skip Bayless of sneakers. Like they want to have this shock value, but make it at least stand by what you're saying. Believe what you're saying. You know, like you can tell when someone doesn't believe what they're saying. Like who I can give a best example. Someone who really I love the way they stand behind it. You guys had Sneakernomics.
Sneakernomics, yeah.
I love that dude. I have never talked to him, never met him, but just the way his perception of sneaker collecting, his perception of the industry, I love. He will stand behind it. Like, you're like, oh, I'll go buy it, but I'll make fun of it first. Like, the Jown stuff, I love his skits on Jown. Like, he's spot on with that.
Yeah.
And people take it too seriously. Like, it's not serious. We're not getting, like, again, we're not getting paid by any of these brands, so it's okay, like, to say what you don't like. You don't have to really play up to everything and everybody. Like,
Yeah.
You don't like it, you don't like it. It's cool. You don't have to be mad when it releases. You just ignore it. And that's what people don't realize. You can just look the other way, like, oh, I don't want this Undefeated 4. Cool, I'm gonna go try another brand. Like, and they're actually to being betrayed. I'm like, there's a million brands out there, better quality, honestly. Like,
like not everything's for you.
yeah, and I realize that now as I get older, a lot of these releases aren't for me. Like, I look at all this stuff coming out, and it's like that's not even remotely close to something I need to be worried about. Like anything Ja Morant touches, I'm like, that's not for me. Like nothing wrong with him, but I just know that basketball shoe's not for me. Like when they release a Kyrie, when they release, even Sabrina's, I think are like super accessible for everybody. Like that's something for me,
Yeah. What you think about the Sabrina too? It's nice.
I love it. It's a Kobe 4.5, I call it.
Yeah.
It's literally the perfect step between a 4 and a 5. It is a beautiful sneaker. I plan on getting a pair.
Yeah. I love that sneaker. I love that sneaker.
Man. They did good. And it's like, honestly, look at some of the women's basketball shoes. You got Sabrina's and then the Stewie. Those are two fantastic basketball shoes. Like,
I haven't seen Breonna Stewart's.
Check out her shoe. They are, I think she's on number 2 now, maybe 3.
Oh,
2
really?
3. Yeah, her shoe. Then this latest one, especially the one they're doing for the Olympics, it has like this, like really just like French like fashion touch to it. Remind me of one of the France soccer jerseys. Beautiful shoe, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. So look outside your scope. That's kind of what reason I want to bring this topic up, because you guys are the two perfect people to talk about it with. Because if you don't want this, you're upset about it. Widen your scope. Take the blinders off.
Right.
There are so many other cool things out there, and there's so many options, man.
Yeah. If you are feeling down with sneakers, like, oh man, I don't like what Nike's doing, go do research. There's just so much. Like, you can spend days just immersed in, culture and history of just sneakers, and like, it'll revitalize your love for sneakers. That's what I found. It is. I was in a period where Jordans were getting more expensive every year. The quality was going down. And I was like, yo, Tony D. Too Wild and Bullet RC, they're talking about Saucony. Let me check them real quick.
Yep.
And then here we are. And I feel like I love sneakers now. I'm obsessed with sneakers, and I have been for the last decade or so.
Yeah.
I think the issue that we're having, though, is a lot of people are not worried about the culture or like the backstory of the history. More people are worried about what it means. What does it stand for?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why we're seeing these certain pairs that doesn't look good to us or doesn't have a backstory that shoot up in price or become trendy. Is because someone wore them. Travis Scott wore them on a promo, and now everybody wants them.
Yep.
So everybody's checking for this obscure shoe rather than the linen Air Force Ones.
Yep. And
now, if Travis would have put those on,
oh yeah, over. But it's like, what's crazy about that is they, like you say, they don't have to appease us anymore. So they really think we're simpletons when it comes to whoever's in Beaverton. They're like, we can release crap on a stick and put a Nike swoosh on, they'll buy it. And the things that, like Saucony, best example is when I think I got back into it. Like I said, I wore them before, and I got sucked into the Jordan train, like in Nike basketball and Jordan between 2012 and 2020, right?
Yeah,
everyone did, and I kind of fell off on the other stuff I was collecting besides Ultra Boost. That I got sucked into the trend, but I think the Last Dance might have been the best thing to happen to me sneaker wise, because it forced me out of that box again to be, oh, there's all this cool stuff. Like, I used to love this stuff. Why am I not looking at it or talking about it?
Yeah.
And when I realized, like, one of the cool things I researched and didn't know was that Saucony was owned by Wolverine. Wolverine has their own, basically, house for materials, which means that Saucony can give you these nice materials without having to bust you over the head with these prices. And I was like, why do people not realize this and be able to say, hey, for 110, I get this premium, was it Jazz 81s that came out? Why are we not looking at these kinds of things? Because everyone's complaining about, you gave me crappy materials here, but I gave you $250. We're literally showing you the answer to the question, but you're not wanting to see it.
Yep. Because everybody says, "Oh, we don't wear Sauconys." Oh, okay.
All right.
That's fine then. That's fine. We don't
Save
wear
them for me.
Sauconys.
Until J Tips drops something like, okay, everybody.
I was gonna say that we can all tell that's changing.
Yeah. Right.
That no longer exists.
But
Man.
now we get this. Now we get this. People are like, "Oh, if it didn't have J Tip's name attached to it, these be sitting in outlets." That's one of my least favorite things that I hear sneakerheads say. "Oh, if this ain't have so and so's name on it, be sitting in outlets." Like no,
sure, I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say to that? Like, what am I about to tell you?
Like, it's just such a weird space. But like you said about Wolverine, man, when you get that shipping notification from FedEx and it says Wolverine on it, man, you know
we about to
you
get
know
something
you
right.
get something. It's like, thank you, Jason.
Dude, so I bought these. So before I had a relationship with Jason and the team at Saucony, the Maybe Tomorrows, I remember they came out New Year's Eve of 2022, going into 2023.
That's the tortoise and the hair joints, right? Or
yes.
No? Yeah.
Bro. So first of all, Jordan straight up mimicked the mess out of this with their Year to Rabbit Jordan 1 with the hairy laces.
Hairy laces, yeah.
Oh my God. But this is one of the most beautiful shoes. It was $150. Mm-hmm. Every piece of this sneaker is 100% premium.
Yeah.
And I woke up, I think I bought them off I think it was like SNS or Lapstone and Hammer. Mm-hmm. Went right back to sleep. Talk about the easiest cop, and it smacks the crap out of 90% of the Jordans I have in my collection.
100%, man. Like,
and no J-Tip's name on it.
Yeah, right. Like, that's still a pair that I want. I haven't been able to pick that one up yet.
You will enjoy it. When you get it, you will 100% enjoy it. It's worth it. It definitely is.
It's so fire. Yeah. And like you said about the laces, the Bryant Giles 2002 Rs. Do you remember those?
They're green. So familiar. Did they have fuzzy laces?
Pink fuzzy laces. Yeah, they had the pink ones.
Oh, yeah. Was it like a canvas 2002?
Yes. Yep. It was canvas. Yep.
Yeah.
So like that one right there, right? Like you said, Jordan took the idea and they started running with it. I saw Reebok did some Club C's with the fuzzy laces, but
that was Tom and Jerry joints. That was
the Tom and Jerry's, but they also did the Brain Dead Club C's.
Yeah, were those the green ones?
There's a
couple pairs, I think.
Like a brown and purple, and then a white.
I think those are a little after the Tom and Jerry's, though.
Yeah,
Tom and Jerry's were first. Yeah.
Oh, but there's so many brands like stuff like Reebok. I love I cannot tell you how many Reeboks I have floating around in here, man. It's like everything they have been doing lately since they started transitioning out of their relationship with Adidas and Shaq and the company he's with who's in charge. They've been pulling stuff out of the vault like the preseason 94s, which is going to be competitive with Diamond Turf items.
Yeah.
You got the Hammer Streets, which is their soccer line, which just as good as the Samba. I got a pair I got to do a review on not too long, but I want to actually wear it. And I'm like, this is actually more comfortable than the Samba. There's stuff out there that people are just, they have to try. It's the Pump Fury 94. Still the most futuristic shoe on earth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
100. Yeah. And you can get Insta Pumps for cheap on the resale market. You can get them for cheap. But they even put out new tennis. They've got a new tennis line now.
Oh yeah, it's a Nano Court.
Nano Court, yeah, that's new, right?
That's new. That's so they took the Nano, which is my favorite workout shoe. They put all the tooling for tennis, pickleball, pick your court sport, and it's fantastic. So I did a review on that one. But initially released for women first. So I think it's like some professional pickleballers. It was really the spokesperson for it. But it's for any court sport it is just a cool shoe. It's different. It's something that is, but at the same time recognizable to their core audience who are a lot of fitness people. So it gives them something gives them that shoe on steroids basically. And it's, again, they're just trying to innovate. I mean, Angel Reese is supposed to be getting the shoe. I don't know what that's going to look like. But there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, teaming up with Victor Solomon, who does his luxury trophies and art. He did the Kobe Bryant All-Star Trophy. He did the WNBA MVP Trophy. They sent me over the Ancher 3s. I don't even want to wear them. I'm talking about premium materials again. I'm like, cool, this is amazing. I can't do anything with this because it's such a beautiful shoe. You ever look at something, you're like, I want to wear it, but I'm like, I'm only gonna get this one time. There's no way I'm getting another pair of these.
Yeah. Reebok's doing a lot of cool things. I like that they put Angel Reese in the I'm a big Indiana Fever fan. Just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark is, but Angel Reese, I love that they put her in the answer low.
Yeah.
No, the question low.
Solution. So she went
The solution. Yeah. I love that they're kind of giving a nod to
Oh yeah.
this is, what I'm saying? Like the history of sneakers, and what they mean. But I'm excited about what Reebok's going to do. Hopefully, I know the Michael Chang's released.
It's somewhere around here. I can't see him. They're thinking on the other side of the camera over here.
Yeah,
love that shoe.
I don't have them yet. I got to get them. I got to look for them. I think they restocked a couple times, and I was just waiting for one too many restocks.
I've been there before. I'm like, maybe the price will drop a little bit. I'm like, I missed them.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, as we sit here and talk about how the other brands are doing what they're doing, it's crazy to hear that people are saying that sneakers are boring or this is the worst time. Like, I feel like I haven't been this excited about sneakers since like the beginning because it's like finding it all over again. It's like I said, falling in love again because now I'm checking for the Sauconys and the Asics and the New Balance. So I'm learning these new silhouettes, these new colorways, these new backstories, more boutiques. All this stuff comes when you're looking at these other brands. And now these other brands have this spotlight and know that, like, wait a minute, Nike's pushing back, we're making them work.
Yep.
Well, we really finna drop something. Now we really finna put our foot on the gas because we might in the last 40 years we might can catch the lead or at least be a runner up.
Take a piece of the pie, man. They're doing what Adidas did in 15 with the Ultra Boost. Like they had Nike shook. They're like, hold up, like what? And it's fun. Like I'm in the same boat as you, Flex. It's like there's so much fun for me to be had. Like I think at a certain point a couple years back, I was losing not interest, but it was like, it wasn't as fun for me because it was like, oh, okay, this is coming out. Oh, it's sold out. All right. I got to go buy it for $50 more. Fantastic. It's just so much more fun. I mean, like everything from like Anthony Edwards stuff, basketball, performance basketball coming back in like the casual wear. Like, it is like nothing about sneakers is boring to me right now. I mean, people are like, oh, but they're too easy to get. I'm like,
that's great.
Again, I'm married and 4 kids. I don't have time to be running around in the streets trying to get shoes. Right. Y'all out here tripping. Like, I just want to buy them and wear them.
Yeah, exactly. I think the people who are talking about they're too easy to get, they gotta be the COVID sneakerheads for sure, man.
Oh, they have to, right? Like, they're like, oh, well, I mean, if you're getting them so easy and messing up my business, that's a personal problem. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have this business. Why?
That's why we always say resellers cannot be sneakerheads. I stand on that, and I will forever say that because again, when I can go on GOAT, I got the Space Fight Sauconys, got them for under 70.
Oh yeah, I love that shoe, man. Love these bad boys. My wife got those for Christmas for me.
I got them under 70. Went back and I grabbed the Nina Chanel 2s under 70.
Oh my God, you could have got that shoe for like $10 at one point. I'm exaggerating a bit, but that was so disrespected.
Yo, and then I got the Beauty Supply Retro 7s. Got them for under 70. I've gotten like 4 or 5 pairs.
Wait, the big Karachi boot? The 7?
With the net?
The string bag. Bag.
Hey, you know what? If you're living in the snow, that's the shoe right there, dog. I was like, there's a lot of things going on. I ain't mad at the purchase, though. Hey, if you like them, you like. I ain't mad at it, especially for that price.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
Yeah, man.
I'm just having fun with it, man. Yeah. I'm getting 4 or 5 pairs under $200.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I can stretch my money,
we're gonna make it happen.
Dude, there's so much stuff I got bookmarked right now. Like, what is that? There's a dunk low coming out for the Olympics. I'm a sucker for Olympic stuff. So that Trocadero Gardens one, it's like this. They thought it was a Neapolitan dunk at first a couple years back, but it's actually or a year or so back.
It's kind of pink, right? It's kind of a pink, beige, burgundy.
Yeah, it's all those neutral type colors.
Yeah,
and it dropped at skate shops. I think it's finally going to release on sneakers here soon. But you can find it for pretty much retail on those outside sites. And I'm like, perfect. When it drops on sneakers, I go buy it then because I know it'll drop another $10. Like, there's so much cool stuff. I've always loved skateboarding and stuff, so being able to get SB Dunks at ease, like City of Love SB Dunk Low. I walked into a Nike store, sitting on the table. I
those
grabbed
are
that.
crazy.
The burgundy
Crazy
joints?
on
The burgundy
retail.
joints.
Yep, I got
I want both
those.
pair.
Yeah, I
Easy
want the
copy.
white pair
Both
now,
pair.
just because they are so cheap. I didn't really want the white pair at first, but like now that they're cheap and I got the other one,
You got to.
why not? Right?
Why not?
Dude,
Yeah.
Why
Why not?
not? Like JPEG
That's the
dunks.
only question we should be asking.
Yeah, the JPEG.
Why not?
Yeah, the JPEG dunks are like $100-something now.
150 is I saw the Chicago pair. I'm like, well, I'm never getting Chicago, so I might as well get these. Like, and it's
Yeah.
so what I like better. So I haven't. I'm again watch list. I'm just watching the price trickle down because it's funny. Same thing happened to the medium Curry dunks. They had a restock in Europe.
Oh my gosh,
And they
yeah.
just fell into the floor. I'm like, was that where they were all coming from? Like
Yeah, the medium curries, I've had those on my watch list on GOAT since they released.
$90, bro.
They were like $400 at one point.
Nah, I laughed. I made a video about it. It was like really $500. I think I got mine for like $130.
Yeah.
When they dropped first, but then they restocked them again. They're $97 last time I checked. I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope everyone buys them. I hope everyone gets a pair.
All the dunks I had like on my watch list from COVID, every message I get from GOAT is like, drop $30, drop
Just
$10,
like
drop, you know what I'm saying?
Birdman hand
It's just-
rub, and
yeah,
like, wait a minute.
yeah, it's like they're dropping all the time, and
It's
I love it.
perfect. Like plum. Like I want the ugly duckling pack, and I've always been like, I can't justify this when they came out for like $500. There's no way. I seen plum dunks 130, ceramics like
Yep.
120. I'm like, oh yeah, it's about to happen. I'm about to come up here real strong and just make like 6 purchases off GoDaddy
Yeah.
once and call it a year probably because that's all dude. That's the stuff I want. That's like
Yeah.
stuff I've always seen, like again, like old websites, looking at old like music videos and stuff people had, or old skate videos. I'm like, these are things I want now, and I can get them easily. Yo, say what you want, but sneakers, this is the best time for me
Yep.
and anybody like me to be a sneakerhead.
Yeah, I got I was able to get the ugly duckling pack each sneaker. Well, I got one of them. I actually hit on sneakers.
Must be nice.
One of them, I only paid resale for the plum pair, and it was still less than 300, I think.
yeah.
And then they just shot up after that.
It got
Insane.
crazy, man. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm doing this.
But like even having a sneaker like that's going for $100 now that I paid $280, $290 something, I'm still, I'm happy that other people are able to get it for cheaper, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, my
You're not
L,
going to toss
I
yours
guess.
out now because
Yeah, right. Like it's still a fire sneaker.
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback on the GOAT thing, man, I think it's crazy because I remember when you couldn't add it all to cart, like you had to buy one purchase.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
because I was
I
like,
got to make 6 purchases. My
now-
credit card looking real funny right now. Like, what's going on here?
yeah. Now you can add it all in one cart because they like, man, we gotta get these things off.
Yo.
they just sit
They
and
shipping fast now too. Used to be like a week before they ship. Now
Yeah.
they like, please
Oh,
take them
yeah.
all. Just please take So what y'all think about the? This one was completely like I didn't see it coming. 'Cause I thought I was gonna get myself a pair, even though it was too expensive. Jordan 17s. I always wanted the Jordan 17 low as a kid when they came out. And when I saw the nonsense, I'm like, you know what? Y'all got it. I'll wait for the next pair to come out because y'all ain't gonna do this twice. I guarantee you.
Go ahead, Flex.
I had every intention in the world of getting this pair. Like every
I'm right
intention.
there with you, man. I was like,
And then I seen the whole store thing, and I'm like,
there was what 10,000 pair or something like that. I'm like, is that what we doing right
and
now?
now
Nike?
now they're sitting at like $600. I'm like,
Nah, I refuse. I'm not giving by $600. I didn't want to give them 3, so why don't I give you 6? Like
for the Jordan 17 that nobody wanted.
they show one. I was like, come on. I was like, honestly, I thought I was gonna get them for like $250. I thought they were gonna go on sale. But as soon as they put that number out there, Nike knew what they did. They're like, we put that number out there and make y'all lose your mind. As soon as that 10,000 that unit came out, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting them.
You believe that number?
Plus minus a couple thousand.
I never believe the number.
I
Whenever
typically
they put
don't, but some of them, like, because they didn't release on sneakers. Now, mind you, that don't mean crap. They can have a warehouse full of these suckers. They're gonna put on a restock one day, but very few shoes I do believe the number because you don't see them restock often. Like Travis Scott's, I typically believe the number because his store's backdoored half the pair. So
Right.
same trophy room. Oh, there was 12 pairs. Oh well, there's actually 6 because he's backdoored the other 6 to someone else. So
Yeah.
certain ones, but when it comes to if they release Lost and Founds, for example, there was at least 500,000 pairs of those. They restocked 6 times.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's interesting you talk about the 17s because Flex and I had a conversation about them. And I was like, I think is one of the better sneaker moments of the year. Now, of course, this was before the release that I said this because I'm like, sneakerheads are finally getting what they want. They're getting the 17, and it seemed like they re-released them right with the suitcase, with the briefcase. But then with the limit, and then now they're being resold at such a high price, I'm like, it's kind of whack. That was kind of a whack, release that I'm not really feeling.
Yeah.
Not a big fan. Not a big fan. I like the shoe, but it wasn't something I was really looking for. It was like one of those where it's like, I'm happy that this is happening for the culture and the community. But now I'm like, oh, well, that was just a waste of time. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought it was going to do like the 17 plus. So when the 17 plus came out a few years back, 2-3 different colorways, 2 colorways, white and copper, and then Chicago. Yep. No one bought them because they were $210, something like that. They went on sale for dang near like $70 or something like that. I was like, oh,
that's when I grabbed my pair.
See, look, I was like, this is going to be easy. I'm not going to miss out twice because I was like, I beat myself up for missing that one. I was like, all right, I'll just wait. But I was like, God, yeah. And the thing is, I don't need the case. I can't wear the case. I don't want to store that case. I ain't got no room for that.
Yeah.
And that one didn't even come with the case. Like, the 17 lows were in a normal, it was like this weird opening Nike box. And it was like, come on, man. Like, y'all, I feel like Nike's going to start doing it now with their their old product that no one really wants. So, like, the Flight Posit coming back out in that green gold color, that's going to be this weird limited number, I feel like.
I hope not.
I hope not, because I want them, even though they did the Soul Kit wrong, but that's a story for a different day. But these UNC 17 lows, I don't need the case. Just give me a Nike box. I'm okay with it. Like, I'm going to wear the shoe. I'm not about to resell them. It's just, I feel like they're about to go pull up these obscure things and make them super limited, and then just cause chaos with things that no one actually wanted. Like, they're gonna drop a Jordan 20, and people lose their mind because there's like 100 pairs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy to watch, man, because it's just like, because you've been around for so long, you're just like, I just talk about anything beyond, it was a thing of not liking anything beyond the Retro 13.
Yep.
It was just like, you was pushing it with 13,
Yeah.
13 and 12, you were pushing it. Those are known as the Jordan boots. So, like, just to see people going crazy over 17s or like, oh, my God, they may release something beyond the 14. It's about to get crazy. When we just noticed, that's how I got all my 17s and 15s. Anything beyond the 14, I watch go on sale, and I go straight to Jimmy Jazz, get them $87.
Dude, that was the best thing to do. Like, you go to outlets and just start snagging those bad boys. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I know you don't like those. I can get them cheap. Like, remember the 18s? They had that pack. It was like the yellow, orange, and blue, like, suede ones. I'd say them things sat in stores for like a year and a half before they finally shipped them off somewhere.
Yeah. There were also, the retail on those was like, what, $250?
Oh, yeah, it was stupid. Like, they do that. Like, so I was hearing, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Crystal Red Wear Testers basically saying that, I guess they don't keep those molds for those old, like, I thought Nike would keep their own molds. I'm like, that
they
makes
don't do it.
But they're having to so that's why the 17 was so expensive. It wasn't the case like everybody thought, but they had to rebuild the super technical shoe that they didn't keep the molds for. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, it's not my fault. I mean, that's me whining though. That's me whining at this point. Like, I'm like, Nike, it's not my fault. But now I'm hoping that since they did it once, they made their money. Now we can get like to a $200 price point.
Yeah,
which is weird to be asking for.
You think Nike's gonna cut their price?
Nah.
No.
Well, I'm thinking that the Lightning was the only ones who come in the case. Something's telling me that these others, like,
I think even if it doesn't come in the case, it's still gonna retail for $300.
It shouldn't.
I'm not buying
that would
them.
be
like,
insane.
I want them. I just can't lie to myself.
I think it would though, even if it doesn't come with the box.
I think that would be crazy if it still was $300 without the case.
The 17 plus, it was $225.
$225. I knew it was like $210. Yeah, $225.
$225. So if you include inflation and all that, it's gonna be about $275, $300.
$500. Great. Good to know. No. Oh my god, this is crazy. The price is going up. Look, man, groceries. I can't leave the grocery store without spending at least $40. So I'm not buying that. So
at least $40.
man, that's with 2 bags. I'm like, what did I buy? There's no food in here.
I think that's chips and soda right there. $40.
You were 100% right, man. I'm like, there's not even. Yeah, but shoot, man. I want to appreciate you guys for coming on. I mean, I could sit and talk with you guys all day.
I appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like I say, I appreciate you guys do both on TikTok, on the podcast. You guys are, again, you guys have found this niche, this lane that is much needed in the sneaker community. I feel like you're not too serious. You can make fun of yourselves, and that's what it should be. This is supposed to be fun, man. We all ain't supposed to be wearing the same things. It's supposed to be just like sneakers are supposed to be this disturbance in culture. Like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And I like how you guys do your thing, man. So that's. You guys keep it up, man. Like I said, just y'all 20-something episodes in, y'all just keep pushing that. I know we've done, I think we're at almost 500 episodes, 400 episodes. Yeah, we've been doing this for like 5 years, and sometimes it gets tough just to like, because sneaker news gets crappy, and it's like, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
But y'all just keep rolling, man. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Just keep rolling, because y'all got something special, man. Y'all keep doing it, bro.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
We need that because we be thinking the same thing. Kind of like,
what we gonna talk about, man? What we about to talk about?
The sneaker releases. No, we're not.
Now our issue is, bro. Like, who we gonna have on the podcast? You know, be like, oh, what about this person? Nah, they kind of whack. What about this person? Nah, I'm not really trying to talk to them for an hour.
Morgan always tells us stuff that we don't need to be saying. Like.
That's why people like it though, because I mean, again, a lot of people when they start this kind of stuff, they're like, "Oh, Nike's gonna send me these shoes. I can't say nothing out of pocket."
Nah,
they respect you more, I think, for saying whatever you want to say. Honestly,
look, I don't have. I say what I want, man.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, man.
Flexx be trying, man. I know Flexx be like, bro, you messing up my money, bro.
Nah, I don't never think like that, man. I just cut out what I need to cut out.
You do can't say that.
So
put that one out here. That's for the Patreon page.
Like,
that's what you do. You say that for the paid subscribers. For Morgan to have those out
bad
there.
idea.
The uncut episode.
Hey, sell them bad boys. Put them behind the paywall. Be like, look, y'all want Morgan uncut? Y'all gotta pay $5 for this episode.
we'll see a screen recording of a story on somebody's story. Like, man, I could have sworn I cut that out. And Morgan just going on a rant. Like, yeah, man.
Like,
I'm like, I could have sworn I cut that out. Paid subscriber done posted it. No sir.
You guys would put these Morgan's thoughts did not reflect the thoughts of Flexx and anything.
Yo, that's not a bad idea.
That's a funny way to start at that point.
Yeah.
But shoot, man, I know most people already know, but before we finish up, tell them where to find you guys, man.
At Flexx Luthor, FLE2X Luthor LUTHOR. Pretty much everything. TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, and what's another one? That's another one. YouTube.
There you go. Like, what's the other thing out there?
The other one, like.
And then with me is at Morgan's Sneaker Room. There's space in between Morgan's and Sneaker and Room. And then, of course, that's on Instagram and TikTok. And then, of course, you can catch us on Soul Brothers, YouTube, and Instagram. Well, I was about to say, what we be posting on?
Where are we?
Yeah, YouTube and Instagram. That's at SOLE Brothers. So
perfect, man. Well, again, man, I appreciate y'all and listeners. Y'all go follow them, go listen. You're being for a treat, man. They're definitely a few of my favorites to follow right now. So appreciate you guys again, and until next time, guys. See ya.
Hey, Nick here again. Before you take off, I want to thank you for listening to the Sneaker History Podcast. Be sure to hop into our Discord to answer this episode's The Last Shot question and get to know our community of sneaker enthusiasts. If you'd like more insights on the trending topics in the sneaker world, I've also recently started a newsletter to share my knowledge from nearly 2 decades of experience working in the footwear industry. You can find the link to that below or go to sneakerhistory.com/newsletter. And last but not least, tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a simple compliment can take you, and we all know how good it feels to be on the receiving end of some appreciation. Thank you for all the support, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.